Heyo everybody, Haku here with 36 Jump Week Part 2, and for this one we have Witch Watch Chapter 34, Ayakashi Triangle Chapter 64, Neru Chapter 14, and Blue Box Chapter 25. Excited as always to get into all of this, so I guess let's just see what we got going down. I'm so very close to catching up on marathoning these, and then I can record them week to week as I'm catching up to posting them. So very close. All I have to do is 38 and then I'll be caught up. So, yeah, we're at 36 part 2. Let's go ahead and start reading with the Witch Watch. Jumping in with the Witch Watch chapter 34, I think we're starting with here. Yep, and we're starting with, I'm pretty sure this is the teacher. This is Yuri on the first page here. My right hand is white like his coat and orange like his hair, while my left hand is navy like his uniform and red like his scarf. My nails are color-coded to match my favorite Uran Mirage characters. Wait, oh my god, they're in my hands. Utsuru in my right, Obado in my left. I can do anything now. My need to worship them only grows. Anyway, let me post a shot of my nails to Chitter. I'm going to get so many likes. I love her. She is like a really, really fun character to include in all this. Hold on, just checking to make sure my recording looks alright. Alright, we have Witch Watch 34, Diary of My Favorite Artist. Oh, I like this frontispiece. I'm glad to see more of these two. I really, really enjoy their little subplot. I've noticed many of you have been tardy lately. I know you're all settled into a routine now, but don't get lazy, okay? Greetings. Bow. Alright. Now we have after class, I guess. Hey Nico, let's get some parfaits. Ooh, yeah. We'll go too. I wasn't inviting you guys, all three of the guys jumping in. Then there was Obado's line at the end. He was like, he lit a fire under my butt, reminding me to aim higher. Ah, and she screams. Ooh, yeah, I thought the scene between Utsuro and Mr. Honoka was adorable too. Utsuro was like, you're weak on defense, teacher. And then bangs on the table. And then there was the scene where Sakari was like, blah blah, and Zach Balan was all blah blah blah. And then they're just really freaking out to each other. So cute. And we have this one guy who's probably also a nerd and knows exactly what they're talking about, just sweating in the background. Yuri Makawa, homeroom teacher for Class 1-3, and Kokumi Urashino, a student in Class 1-3, became fast friends when they realized their mutual love for the manga Uran Mirage. I really loved the fan art you posted yesterday, Urashino. That sideways glance is so good I squealed out loud. And, is it me, or is Obado maybe almost kind of slightly smiling? And then she nods and blushes. Eek! Oh my god, the wall of text. Oh my gosh, I think this is the first time you've ever drawn Obado smiling, right? It's the best thing ever. In my humble opinion, you look at it and you're like, wow, super serious Obado will actually give that kind of look to the training dogs. I felt my heart skip a beat. Really, I mean, when this week's end card revealed he was a dog person, I was like, Utsuro, can I see Obado? My whole chitter, or Utsuro I could see, but Obado, my whole Chitter feed was in an uproar. Oh, and your use of colors was absolutely sublime as usual. I really love how you make it look like traditional art. Sorry, it's cringy of me to gush like that right in front of you. No, it's okay. I'm glad you like it. And I'm glad you let me be friends with you. You're a fan artist I practically worship as a god. Honestly, I should be prostrating myself before you, averting my eyes from your glory. Haha, get used to it already, Miss Makawa. Though Urashino and I both identify as otaku, our ideas about it are different. To me, there's this innate belief that otaku should be anonymous, living in the shadows. Even though we're friends, I still haven't been able to tell Urashino that her follower Dengeki Meron is my Twitter account. Just the thought that she'd connect my online self with my in-real-life self is mortifying. I feel like this is an interesting culture gap between people in like their mid-20s or older, and people who are some people in their mid-20s and younger when it comes to like nerd stuff in general. There's like the younger generation of people who it's like super, super normal for, and the older generation who for some it's like this niche secretive hobby. On the oh man, more text. On the other hand, Urashino is surprisingly open about her love for the fandom. We're both female otaku, but our views of it are so different, talking about the generational gap shoved in your face. Yes, we're teacher and student, but she's also a precious friend to me, and most of all, the greatest goddess of fan art that I've ever known. I don't want my habitual otaku reactions creeping her out. I'll be honest, I don't want her to hate me. I have to make sure she never finds out. Miss Makwa, I want to ask for your advice on something. I really enjoy doing fan art and posting it on social media, but lately I've started, well, wanting a little more. I mean, UM's dialogue's so unique, right? No matter how much work I put into drawing, there are single lines that completely outclass it. When what was that whatever it was yesterday? Yeah, it was like a Yamanabe mystery pop party in the bushes. True. What? Hold on. Jaime, are you? As if that loser can beat you. So I decided to do a drawing and put speech bubbles in it. Then I wrote dialogue in it. My heart started racing. No, don't. Please don't say any more. If you say what I think you're going to, I just might go crazy. It really made me think that I, wanted to try my hand at it too, even though I feel super embarrassed by it. But, no, you mustn't say another word. I had to. I started drawing my own manga. She's internally just screaming. Really? That sounds like a new and interesting challenge. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Eek, my favorite fan artist is doing her own manga. I could just die. She's a goddess. And it's still only storyboards, but I brought a copy with me. She starts pulling it out. My eyes! My eyes! Miss Makawa, it shines. It shines like the sun. No, like the moment Michio Maga first saw Osamu Tezuka's manga. I've never tried drawing a manga before, but the panel layouts felt as easy as slicing cake. She's gifted. I'm not sure if it's actually any good, though. You have a lot more manga knowledge than I do. Could you look at it? Huh? Oh geez. Oh no. Jaime's recognizably sweet and subtly sexy touch. The characters are moving. They're talking. It's also so average. And then I love the detail in this panel. Weird. Have I somehow grown insensitive? No, it's just that this isn't bringing out Jaime's signature brilliance at all. The lack of information and clarity of situation isn't that bad, but the panels get too small, and it's one similarly sized talking head after another. Because of the simplistic structure, the most critical part, the character's emotions aren't getting across. Looking at each panel individually, the art is well done and the story has promise. The problem's that her technical skills aren't up to par yet. Jaime has the talent to capture emotion, and she's getting a feeling for how to express that in her art. She just hasn't read enough manga to grasp the fundamentals of proper manga construction. Alright. Oh my god, another wall of text being matrixed by Yuri. Well, what readers are looking for most in fan works is the feeling that they and the creator share the same love for the same world in characters. It's the joy of seeing things they felt as implicit along being made explicit and committed to paper. Jaime has a rare talent for interpretation and expression, being able to commit both to art at a high level, but the tiny paneling doesn't let either shine like they could. A veteran otaku entrenched in the community and well-versed in the conventions of fanworks might be able to fill in that critical missing piece on their own, but what of the casual fan? The majority of readers are likely going to be newbies, people who only recently discovered the greatness of the original series. Can we expect them to be able to dissect her work to that degree? No. No, we cannot. Jaime has potential, with both her unique sense of originality and her powerful love for the original series, but the fandom is a vast and intimidating landscape, crowded with exceptionally talented fan creators at the height of their abilities. There aren't many otaku with both the time and the desire to go prospecting for any modest hidden gems. The modern-day otaku is far too busy for that. At this rate, this tiny blossom of talent will wind up buried before it can even catch the first glimpse of sunlight. Not only that, if her manga doesn't get as strong a response as her fan art does, Jaime might be like, I guess I'm not cut out for this manga stuff after all. I'm not talented enough to do anything more than draw one-off fan art. Oh well. And then she'll lose her desire to become a manga creator entirely, and that might mean that an untold number of masterpieces that she could bring into the world will go forever unrealized. Can you let that happen, Dengeki Melon? Can you really stand to the side and pretend not to see this massive diamond in the rough get doomed to be buried in obscurity? Have you always been that passive a woman, Melon? Well, answer me. It's very well made, it's a very well made melon. Really, what melon? The characters' expressions are well done. Reading it made me realize again why manga's so amazing. Just seeing my favorite characters is wonderful. I can't let this happen, she's saying internally. The idea is great too. Who would have thought bumping into each other by the vending machine would be so cute? Utsuro buying all the yobik was adorable too. Oh yay, that's exactly how I was hoping it would come across. Then there's the angle you used here, looking down on those big innocent eyes while backlit. It's incredibly powerful. I have to applaud your daring for using that with Utsuro. It's not that it's bad. No way, an average artist wouldn't be able to pull this off. But if the goal is to show Jaime's talent to as many people as possible, there are a number of things that must be addressed. Still, I'm only one person. You have so many followers on Chitter. How about you post that and let all of them chime in? What? But it's just a half-finished storyboard. I'm not sure I could post anything like that. It'll be fine. Everyone will be happy to help you on your newest challenge. I guess that's true. Okay. I think I'll post it later today then. It's a good idea to get a lot of opinions after all. There. And posted. And of course she couldn't tell her face to face, so she just posted. I still feel a little shy about this, but I'm posting my first manga below. It's just a few storyboards, but what do you think? Is it too crowded? It is, isn't it? Right. Boy, making manga is difficult. Working on it by myself gets so confusing so fast. If anyone has any advice, I'd love to hear it. Oh geez, this is so embarrassing. What if nobody responds? Wait a minute. Did I just put my inner fantasies up on the internet for everyone to see? Oh my gosh, how's that different from letting people see me naked? Delete post, delete post. Wait, there's a reply already. That was fast. Really, already? It's from Dengeki Melon. They're one of my more passionate fans who always likes my posts. And then we see the wall of text. A novel. Oh my gosh, look at how long the list is. They wrote a ton. I can tell how strongly they want to get their point across from the wall of text, but it's all written so kindly, it isn't unpleasant to read at all. The suggestions are spot on too. They answer a lot of the questions I had. How much manga do you have to read to reach this level of understanding? Dengeki Melon, who are you really? And then we have her. Wow, did that Dengeki Melon person really write that insane wall of text? Unbelievable. I let my otaku-ness gush way too much. Was it unpleasant to have someone shove all their opinions on you like that? No, not at all. They lit a fire under my butt, reminding me to aim higher. Dengeki Melon's feedback was kind and positive, but it also taught me to pay strict attention to character expressions and the reader viewpoint. I realized what I had wasn't nearly good enough yet, so I decided to start over from scratch. I'm really thankful for their comment. Well, her comment. You're Dengeki Melon, Miss Makoa, right? What? Me? What makes you think that? I got curious and decided to read back through some of Dengeki Melon's feed. Lots of people do that, right? That's where I saw a photo of her Utsuro and Obito nails. Those were the colors you used on your nails yesterday, right? Oops. My otaku-ness peeked out too much. You're weak on defense, teacher. Why are you hiding it, though? Why not let it out? The two of us have shared a lot about ourselves already. There's no reason to be embarrassed at all. Urashino. She really is a goddess. Oh, by the way, I really love that short story you posted that one time. How far back did you go? Where's our page time? And we have the main cast. I love when the mangaka just goes off on these tangent chapters with these two, though. Like, some of my favorite chapters are... It's almost like a totally different manga compared to, like, the main story. But I absolutely love these random tangent chapters with these two. They're really, really good and really, really fun. But I do suppose that's it for Witch Watch. Not tons to discuss. Just another wonderful, like, chapter that, again, I think is brilliant because I don't know, it feels so real. It almost feels like the mangaka speaking from their own point of view with like the generational gap that they brought up, and the way that each of them treat their passion and hobbies. It really feels almost like Yuri is almost a self-insert voice for the mangaka at times, which I think is really fun. But yeah, that was a really good chapter, and I'm gonna move on to Ayakashi Triangle. Hold on. Okay, so flipping over. Okay, well, as I was switching over, like the little thingy I put in the corner, and sort of like saving that last recording and preparing to start a new one, I flipped over to the chapter because that's usually how I do things for this. I want to make sure that if something happens, if I lose power or something, that I'm not going to lose the entire recording. So after every chapter, I tend to save the recording and then start a new recording for the next chapter, just to be safe and make sure I'm not losing anything. But I flipped over in between switching over recordings and stuff to the Ayakashi Triangle chapter, and I saw the color page here, and I started freaking out, and I was like, oh no, hold on, I can't scroll down, I can't look at the bottom half of this color page yet, because I need to flip over and get to the get recording so I can actually capture my thoughts and everything. But yeah, we're here. Ayakashi Triangle chapter 64, and there's a Halloween theme color page. Yes, please. Fem Matsuri. I've said it so many. Oh, I just noticed cute Roachka. I didn't even. I was so focused down at the center page, I didn't even notice Roachka up there at first. And we got the little Tanaki pot guy in the bottom. And then Shirogane, cute. Okay, wow. Cute. I have always loved Halloween themed stuff. Okay, moving into the actual chapter though. Chapter 64, let's go, let's see what we got. Be reborn. Me. I've lost my appetite, even though I'm a Jinyo that exists to eat. I'm useless. You're not useless. You're probably still looking for the new you. Hinojiki, what's going on? That woman is going to use me and then dispose of me. Guys, run. Get far away from me. And he attacks Matsuri, but he's able to block with a kunai. Alright. We're seeing a mouth on a stomach. Ooh, a mouth on a stomach. That's engulfing shadow, his ability that devours life energy. But something's off. It's the ability that's controlling Hinojiki instead of the other way around. And then we have Matsuri's grandpa there. It looks like Shadow May did something to him. Dead. It's like the adrenaline rush you get in an emergency. She's removed the limiter of his Ayakashi power, forcibly drawing it out. She's telling him to sacrifice himself in order to get rid of Matsuri. And since Matsuri can't use his Winjutsu right now, it's going to be rough. There's no choice but for me, Seigen Kazumaki, to handle this. Ouch, my back. I stood up too suddenly. Dad, are you okay? You were supposed to be cool and show us what you were made of out there. Can't do anything to fight age. What should we do, Suzu? And then he's still attacking Matsuri. Oof, that shot. Hinojiki, can't you control yourself? Engulfing Shadow is going crazy. It's trying to devour you like this because it couldn't do so before. But still, I don't want to eat you anymore. So just keep running until I destroy myself. Hinojiki. Alright. This cool full-page panel of him I'm liking. I'll protect Matsuri. And there's no way I'm abandoning you when you're trying to change. Suzu. Rochka. Okay. Maskirovka. Disguise release. Magical girl transformation. Snegorochka is here. Zerkala. Une, do it. Right on. Mirror world intake. Huh? What about me? And they don't bring Matsuri in with them. Alright. You're so smart, Suzu. I never thought of creating a mirror using ice, and if we trap him in my mirror world, he can't touch Matsuri. Sorry for involving you two. Don't apologize. We're friends of the King of Ayakashi. If you want to save him, then of course we'll help. Thanks. He's coming after us. That's fine. We have to figure out a way to turn him back. Rochka, use your blizzard to freeze him, then we'll smash him to pieces. Shirogane, can you keep quiet? You protect Matsuri, and you're trying to save Hinojiki. Oh, Suzu Kanade, you make me want to puke. You think you won't get hurt just because you're the Ayakashi medium. Show her how wrong she is, Hinojiki. And of course we know main character, she's gonna be fine. You know, again, good chapter, quick read, lots of action stuff, lots of good fan servicey stuff. But yeah, generally fun chapter. That's it for this time around. And gonna move on to Neru. Yeah, there's not really too much to say here. I do think it's really smart and a really cool setup to bring this fight into the mirror world, bring that back into play narratively, and let Rochka do some more stuff, get some more screen time. So yeah, I guess we'll see where things go, but I'm going to move on to Neru for now. Now we've got Neru, Way of the Martial Artist, chapter, are we at 13? Or 14? We're at 14. Last time we got to see the sort of venue that this fight is going to be taking place in, with Neru and his roommate versus these two other guys, and I really like the setup here, so it's going to be exciting to see where things go. Last time we got cliffhung. There really wasn't too much to talk about from last time, just because it was one of those things where it's like, we have to see where the fight goes. We can't judge it without seeing like where it's going, you know. So again, I'm excited here to be able to see where this fight's actually going to go from here. He still has the same habit. He was always like that before he dove. Dove. Yeah, dove. You know, where a dragon lurks. Alright. And now we're still having the cloths being cut through. Skill 14. Abyss. Where are you, Mophead? I thought you were over here. Huh? What? He's gone. And Neru still using the Tanto, it looks like, to hold off the guy who came in first in the exams. And the guy catches and bends it? Gah, Marahiko, we hardly knew each other. I just got you. Marahiko means rare boy. Huh? Isn't that my... Yeah, I gave it to him. Eek, why you? And we have Akemi and her brother fighting on the wall in the background. Now that's a mystical strength. And he just tosses it. There really are guys like Rihei. And then he reacts to something turning back. Over there. I can't follow him. No, that's not it. My body feels heavy. What's this feeling? Oh, did he get hit with the needles? What's this feeling? It's like something clinging to me. Is it some kind of pressure? It's hard to breathe. It's like an abyss. His presence engulfs the entire place. Or I guess maybe are they not allowed to use needles though? So maybe is he going to potentially be throwing the Jeet? We're just getting started, and you're cornered already? Well, since my partner was slow, and he deflects the knives using the Jeet. Teehee, I was getting tired of waiting. Can I leave the kid to you? Of course, but I need some advice. Techniques for battling a guy with mystical strength. Huh? Well, you know a lot of stuff, right, Mr. Studious? I think a family with mystical strength has an innate understanding of how to connect with the center. Don't get the wrong idea. Martial arts aren't about strength. Center. You mentioned that before. Now, let's clean up. Before the abyss. Yamanami style. Snake belly dance is stained black. Do you two have experience fighting that Enkoji person? Nope, not in an official match. You didn't accept their challenge, little brother. They must have come onto you, right? I don't want to have anything to do with that person, let alone fight them. And not against someone so clingy. I need more. More, and he's still just attacking. Hey, why don't you come at me full power? Where are we? A sandbar? A riverbank? I'm not feeling any pain at all. And he starts choking himself. Are you holding back, or is this the best you can do now? I want to encounter the old you. Where? And then he reacts. Oh? Because he threw his knife off to the side. It looks like he must have hit Neru. Almost. I wanted to give you a matching set. And he just cuts a shallow notch into his ear. Deeper. Let's drown together. Remember, you scum. That pitch-black version of you. Again, it was a very good chapter. We're getting much more into these characters, but it's another one of those things where it's like, well, that was it for this week. The fight's not over yet, so we have to wait and see what happens next time. So yeah, with the thought that we gotta wait and see what happens next time, let's go ahead and read through Blue Box. Now we're on to finishing off the video with Blue Box Chapter 25, Good Job. And yeah, I think that last chapter was incredibly, incredibly good. I cannot wait to see how this loss affects Taiki as a character and how it's possible to move on from here. Because, yeah, like I mentioned, there were a lot of different ways that this could go after last chapter. And I think just the setup is there for this to be really, really good. And the series, again, you've known my problems. I talk about them, my issues with some of the less good parts of the series throughout the entire time I've been reading. But I do think a lot of things about it have been on an improvement, like an upturn. So, yeah, let's see what we get. Let's see what we get this time around. The art looks great. Just some general atmosphere shots here. I can't do it anymore. I've hit my limit. I'll just have to give up. Screw midterm exams. And it wasn't even about the sports or anything where we saw him leave off last time. It was... oh gosh. It's about just regular class. 7 days until the test. What was that last class even about? Why do I have to deal with tests right after the tournament? Let's go to practice. I told you to space it out. But spacing it out is the hardest way to do it. You make it sound so easy, but you just don't get it. I still have practice during exams, so by the time I get home, I've got no drive to study, even though you always make the time to strength train. Hina, can you, that face, can you please not talk to me? I have no mental space to think about anything other than English vocab. Glad I'm not the only one. Would you mind not throwing me in with your lot? I've never gotten a failing mark before. Neither have I. The first semester of your second year in junior high, that was due to a stomach ache. You got it, and we're going over to the gym. The girls' basketball team's already started their practice. They have less than 2 months before nationals. They've even started practicing at night. We can't let them outdo us, and Taiki runs off. Come on, forget about studying. It's all about practice. Practice. Even the ref's English is wonky. He really is down in the dumps, isn't he? After he lost at the prefectural qualifiers. How's studying going? Please don't ask. He told me. He'd already imagined it, but now Chinatsu's going to nationals. Things must be awkward at home. Though he says he was able to congratulate her. Sounds like he hasn't really been able to talk to her. What with tests and practice keeping them busy. I see. She's not the kind of person to get happy over this. Anyway, knowing Taiki, he'll be fine. Picking himself up every time he falls down is his greatest virtue. You're right. And now, once again, congratulations, Kengo Haryu, on going to nationals, and everybody's clapping for him. Oh good, this is a relief. I didn't want to see Sajikawa securing all the spots. That's your concern? It's really all thanks to everyone's help. I'll probably be a burden to you from now until nationals, but here's to teamwork. Bring it. Not you, Nishida. Guess you'll be taking a break from doubles for a while. Probably. And now, with that over, it's the annual tradition. Let's each write our goals and post them on the wall, and remove last year's. Were those always here? They were, we just couldn't see them. That's a good little in-joke. My goal, huh? I wonder what I should put. I want to write something grand. Oh, with fortitude and resolution. That's what he put last time. If you make a mistake, get a fresh sheet. We have participate and that crossed out. Get into nationals by Nishida. All that matters is that it's got heart. win at nationals, maybe even this year, Haku. And then, could you not stick yours over mine? We have Inomata. Let's stick Haru's on the ceiling. There. Taiki, hand me the tape, would you? Oh, and don't forget to write that you won't get any failing grades. Make my smashes more precise, Inomata. And I like that it's such a, like, internal goal and also such a specific goal. I don't know, I really like that. I feel like even small things like that just convey things about the character. Coach, I can't write something I can't do. Nishida, you knucklehead. Do it. Yeah, fight. You guys are hyped today, and we're just sort of montaging through a bit of time until Taiki's at home one night. A summer cold. Wait, where was I? Maybe I'll take a break. Something to drink, something to drink. Welcome back, Chinatsu. Good for you practicing so hard. Sorry I'm so late. It's fine. You don't have to worry about us. After all, it's for nationals. Jeez. That was good. Yes, it's over. Victory. We did good. We did real good. Besides the tests, we still nailed our practice. No matter the outcome, it's worth having it done. Let's celebrate by going and getting some food. Nice idea. Nishida's treating. Then I'm in. What are you going to do, Taiki? Oh, I'll pass. You okay? Did you just age? I just haven't been sleeping much. I'll be fine once I take a nap. After all, I've got to keep it going at practice starting again tomorrow. Good work. And then we cut back to him at home. My head hurts. I've definitely got a fever. I wish I could have a sports drink, but there's nobody home. I've got to be careful that I don't pass it on to Chinatsu-senpai. This isn't good. It's times like these. I remember all the bad times. Even after the tests had put them out of my mind. If I were feeling well, I'd go out for a run to empty my head. And he just thinks about Chinatsu. I'm so uncool. No, you're not. And she's standing beside him. You're burning up. Good job. Alright? Again, cute, good chapter. I feel like the last 3 chapters have really been good. So yeah, 3 good chapters. Not too much to discuss. I like the way the characters are going. Again, it's just one of those situations where there's not too much I can say from this chapter alone. I have to see where it's going. But I generally like the trajectory they're taking. Taiki, he's still taking his loss hard, but at the same time, he's trying to move forward, trying to better himself in small, precise ways. And though he's really bummed out about this loss, it's causing him to grow as a person. And I think this is good, especially if this illness, this summer cold, is going to be the way that the mangaka is going to have him bond more with Chinatsu, because he hasn't been talking to her, we learn very much. Just to have him talk to her more so that he can start to see that even though he failed, even though he didn't make it to nationals, he can still be in her life in a good, positive, supporting way. So again, I think the series has taken a pretty solid trajectory since his loss, and just in general, the past few chapters have been really good. So yeah, that's it for this Jump Week video. I'm going to go ahead and record 37 directly after this, so thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, ask and I'll give you one. And if you would like to help support the channel on Patreon, it is patreon.com/HakuOfTheTubes, or a link will be in the description. But either way, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.